everyone. I'm Inderpreet Shoker with ARC Advisory Group, and today we are in conversation with Nikki Bishop. Nikki is the Chief Customer Officer at Seeq. Welcome, Nikki.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, Nikki, to start off our conversation, would you like to share a little bit about yourself as well as your company?
Great, sure. So as you said, I'm Chief Customer Officer at Seeq, and I will key in on the keyword there, customer, right? For my entire career, I've been focused on customers. By background, chemical engineer, I've been in the process automation and control space for most of my career. Always been a data junkie, loved analytics, loved everything to do with process control and automation, but always focused on the customer, right? How can we make customers more successful? Getting in with the customer and understanding their needs. So my role at Seeq is focused directly on our customers and helping them be more successful with all of their implementations.
That's great. Nikki, you work with a lot of customers from different industries and different backgrounds. So can you please share, because everybody's talking about digital transformation. When they are on their digital transformation journey, what are the major challenges that they are facing?
I mean, the major challenge is that both data and humans are siloed, right? By nature, humans are just siloed. We work in our little groups, and it's no different in the analytics space and in manufacturing, right? You tend to gravitate toward what's comfortable for you. What is your area of expertise? You have your set of data, you have your set of peers, and you just work in your silo. Not necessarily because you're doing it because you want to, it's just naturally how humans behave. And the same thing with our data, right? Data pops up in different places. More data becomes available with new sensors, new solutions, new groups, and it's all different, right? It's islands of data here and there. And so we have these seas of data that are really hard to bring together in one, and then we have people operating in silos, which makes it even harder. And to compound that, scale is a challenge. We hear a lot about digital transformation and digitalization of X, Y, and Z, and many times it's a lot of small proof of concepts or small experiments or small trials, but the pre-planning phase of that didn't think about how we're going to roll it out enterprise, right? How are we going to scale this? So you end up having a lot of either small successes you can't scale or a lot of small failures that kind of break your spirit, right? So you've got data in silos, people in silos, and just a whole host of activities going on.
I absolutely agree with you, Nikki. A few years back, we were talking about IT and OT integration, and then we were talking about IT, OT, and ET need to work together. Software, and they need to share information with one another. I absolutely agree with you. But another pain point is machine learning, because a lot of the end users that are on their digital transformation journey, they are looking at machine learning. Any advice you would like to give them when it comes to adoption of the technology, and what are the challenges they are facing?
Sure, you put it in simple terms. For machine learning to be successful, you have to have a platform, you have to have data science, and you have to have domain expertise. And I'm going to go back to something you just mentioned, right? Getting IT and OT to talk to one another. If you don't have trust between your IT and your OT teams and they aren't working together, right? They're coming out of their silos and they're actually sharing information, you'll get nowhere with machine learning or really any of your digital transformation projects. So selecting a platform where your IT specialist, your OT specialist can actually come together and collaborate, share ideas, share successes, and share failures, you'll start fostering that collaboration and building trust between the two groups. Because data science is only good if you have a good training data set, and you only have a good training data set if you have access to domain experts. And you have to get the domain experts and your data scientists actually talking to one another. I mean, all of this, as you can tell, comes back to just very basic tenets of humanity, right? Getting people out of silos, building trust, and driving collaboration with the right tools.
Absolutely, it does make sense. And another area of interest for everyone is sustainability. We have been hearing a lot about it over the past few years as well. But when it comes to success, we have seen limited success. Do you think that will change in the near future? What do you think the future looks like for sustainability efforts?
Absolutely. It's a huge topic. I mean, digital transformation, sustainability, you just hear them continuously, pretty much in every outlet, if you'll listen. But sustainability gets easier with analytics, right? With the availability of the data that we have and more tools and analytic solutions that can bring that data together, it gets a lot easier. Net zero emissions, right? Being able to measure what our current, what customers and what process manufacturers, their current emissions are, gives you the opportunity to look and see where can you make improvements, right? It sounds simple of measure it and improve it, but that wasn't a reality even 10 years ago, right? And what used to take months and months of reporting and data teams pulling together reports and going through deep analysis can be done in almost real time now.
Yeah. And Nikki, you mentioned cloud-based analytics as well. Can you please elaborate? How can that help with these kind of initiatives?
I mean, we've been talking about these disparate data sources, and the volume of data that's out there makes it really hard to look at that as a complete data set. And cloud makes that easier, right? Cloud allows us to easily connect those data sources without duplicating the data. I think that's the key piece, right? You're not having to duplicate the data and put them together. You can actually read the data where it is. And not only does it make it easy to connect, it makes it a much faster ROI. It's much faster to implement a cloud solution, and you get a much faster return on your investment.
That makes sense. And what about the changing expectation of the engineers of today? How are organizations trying to keep up with that?
Oh, this is the fun one, right? When you think about it, and this isn't just today's engineers, it's today's world, right? We have our smartphones, we have our computers, we have all of the technology around us, and it's an expectation. Like, you don't think about it anymore. And the engineering workforce is no different. It's not a nice to have. It's an expectation that we're going to have the tools, they're going to have solutions, they're going to have not only the tools and solutions available to them, but they're going to be easy to use, and they're going to be smarter than they are. And that's a really tough ask. Our engineering teams now, they're empowered. They want to have a voice, right? Engineering teams working in a corner, not tied into the overall company strategy. That's not a thing, right? They want a voice. They want to contribute. They want to be a part of the solution. So it makes it challenging, right, to keep up, because if you don't build a better mousetrap for them, if you're not building a tool that's taking what they're doing and making it either easier or faster or better, it just won't land.
Yeah, and organizations, they are trying to keep up with the transformation journey, and then, trying to meet the expectation of engineers, and they see a lot of resistance as well. Any advice for them?
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. It's all about people, right? Getting the people to work together. It's really important that you share a vision, right? A company needs to share a vision. Where are we going and why? When I said engineers want to be plugged in and they want to be a part of solutions, they need to know where they're going and why are we going, right? Gone are the days of, come on, we're taking this initiative and we're going, right? Just trust me. You've got to get buy-in, right? Tell people where you're going and build that big vision of why you're going there, right? And share it frequently.
Thank you, Nikki. I have covered all my questions. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having me.
So we were talking with Nikki Bishop, Chief Customer Officer at Seeq. Thank you for watching.